Our fifth annual European Logistics Census has yielded some really interesting results. Firstly, we had our largest ever response rate, over 700 responses to our survey, pan-European occupiers, investors and developers. For me, there's a couple of things that really stand out. Number one, business confidence is okay. 40% of the respondents said that conditions were more or extremely favourable compared to the last 12 months. So that's a really good sign. However, as things stand, that hasn't translated into extra take-up in the first half of 2025, probably impacted in Q2 by what we saw in Liberation Day. If we turn our attention to what occupiers are thinking about in terms of building design, that sort of thing, some really interesting trends come out. For the first time, occupiers highlighted that building height was one of their most important factors when considering taking new space. We certainly see that with occupiers looking for more height to accommodate warehouse automation, robotics, that sort of thing. One of the other questions we asked was about what is potentially game-changing for logistics real estate across Europe. For the second year in a row, ESG came out on top from our occupier audience. If we turn to developers and investors, interestingly, there was a fairly even split between developers saying they expect to develop more, less, or the same amount of space moving forward speculatively. But one of the most interesting things that came out was potentially a mismatch in what occupiers want to occupy in terms of size and what developers plan to build in terms of size. So occupiers were saying actually more at the smaller end is what they're looking for. Developers saying actually at the bigger end is what we want to develop. If we talk about investment and the responses from our investment audience, what's really interesting is where they want to deploy capital in terms of geography. Germany, France, Spain, Western European markets, which is almost a mirror image of the markets where occupiers want to take more space. So some really interesting points that came out from our fifth annual census with Brookfield